folks, we've made it to Friday on the hottest show on the streets. We're talking your Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Bama, another defensive back coming from the transfer portal, trying to have that secondary lethal as one Nick Saban. All of the Bama players that got drafted to the National Football League took the field for rookie minicamp today. Good things from Bryce Young. Good things from Will Anderson. Jordan Battle has signed his rookie deal with the Cincinnati Bengals. A lot of great stuff. A lot of great stuff. We're bringing you the show. The Magic City of Birmingham. We stream this to you through YouTube. And speaking of the channel, you go ahead right now. Hit that subscribe button. Stop all that you're doing. Tap subscribe right now. Hit subscribe right now. Get every friend, family member, diehard Bama fan, casual Bama fan, consumer of Tide football to subscribe as well. Also, share the show. Share it on every platform that you have. Share it with every friend, every family member, because if you love the content, they will be liking it as well. Don't forget to like the show. Give us a thumbs up. Tap that like button. Run those likes up. Going to have this 50 likes out the gate here to start the show. Appreciate you guys. At daily Super Chat Go, $100 daily. Super Chat Go, $100 right there. We appreciate that. Your support to the network and all that you do. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that way you miss nothing when it comes down to your Tide football coverage. We want to hear from you tonight. You can do this by calling 205-448-1358, the number to call in. Let your voice be heard on the show, 205-448-1358. One more time, 205-448-1358 here. Appreciate you guys. But Eli, we're going to jump right into the conversation, that being of this Alabama defense, this Crimson Tide secondary. It's stacked, it's loaded, it's lethal. Coach Saban trying to build this thing back to being nasty, hateful competitors, mean, no-fly zone, dangerous, whatever adjective that you want to throw in there. That's what Coach Saban and Travaris Robinson, T-Rob, secondary coach, is trying to do, as both guys have landed another DB from the transfer portal. This one by the name of Jaylen Key out of the University of Alabama at Birmingham. He committed to the Tide on today from the portal. So this gives Alabama not only Trey Amos, the transfer corner from Louisiana Lafayette, but now you have Jaylen Key, transfer safety from UAB, and a young man that has 44 games of experience. He's played a lot of football. So you add Jaylen Key to this mix, enhancing more of this competition. Where does he fit in this room? That's the big question. Where does Jaylen Key fit? Because though he has the experience, and let's say you put Jaylen Key, let's say you start Jaylen Key at safety. Let's say you start him at safety. Let's say you start Jaylen Key and Caleb Downs, right? Do you put Malachi Moore at dime if you do that? Because I believe Earl Little, that's your nickel corner right there. You got your two boundary corners in Kool-Aid McKinstry and Terrion Arnold, with Trey Amos in there as well. But you got your two boundary guys, Kool-Aid and Terrion, right? You have Earl Little as your nickel. If you were to start Jaylen Key as one of your safeties, would your other safety be Caleb Downs? And then would you have Malachi Moore as your dime linebacker? If you go that route, where do you put Christian Story? I mean, you just got so much depth in here. A lot of competition, a lot of bodies in the room, a lot of depth. It'll be fun to watch and see how does this entire defensive secondary shake out, stand out here. But Alabama getting a brand new guy in the room, an experienced guy, and Jaylen Key coming in here from UAB. But we take our first break here on the show. Don't touch that dial, just getting your chest warm here on a Friday. When we return, We go on the phone lines. We grab your calls, your thoughts, your conversations. How do you feel about Jaylen Key coming in here to Alabama at the safety position from UAB? We'll get your thoughts right after this.
Nine players have teamed up and released the Alabama Team Paper, which is a video yearbook they've put out for sale direct to fans. Now, for the first time, small dollar purchases from the fans can support the players as a group as well as a great cause, because $1 of every subscription payment is donated to the Boys and Girls Club of America. Be a 5-star fan base and support your team and a great cause with Team Paper. Check it out at teampaper.com/Alabama.
Remember the taste of Grandma's delicious sweets? Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes brings back those precious memories with just one bite. Each cake made from scratch. They make the perfect dessert to share with family and friends for any occasion, and ordering is easy. Visit emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Click the online store and shop. Then pick up your fresh cake at the kitchen in downtown Homewood. Order yours online at emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes, making memories from scratch.
All right, folks, we're back into the action here from the break. Hottest show in these streets. We're talking your Alabama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Got those audio kinks worked out, so everything working. Sound coming in crisp, smooth, clear there. Continue to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button as well. Trying to get this thing 50 likes out the gate here for the show, and then growing from that. So continue to tap that like button, give us that thumbs up. We appreciate that. Guys, shout out Kevlar, the World Warrior, with that $19.99 in the Super Chats. Appreciate Kevlar helping us out right there. That daily Super Chat go, $100 daily. Super Chat go, $100 right there. Thanks to you guys for the support. We go to the phone lines to grab your calls. The call segment brought to you by the Blue Wrench Gang, 205-448-1358. Number to call in, 205-448-1358. We grab this call. You're live on the show. What's happening? How we feeling? State your name and where you calling from.
Hey, Steven. This is Kyle from Wetumpka.
Kyle, what's happening, man?
Oh, man, not much. I'm just excited to see how this season's shaping up, and man, I'm just so ready for it to get kicking off.
I mean, we all are, Kyle. I mean, the off season is kind of the lull, the boredom here. We're all kind of ready to just fast forward this sucker to August. Let's get these guys on the field, fall camp. Let's see how this quarterback thing shakes out, and then just get back to college football.
Right. And, yeah, as far as Jaylen Key, and I believe the other guy's name is Trey Amos.
Right.
Yeah, I'm super excited about them, man. We definitely needed more depth. I hate the other guys left, but, hey, man, maybe this is the way of the team kind of you shed some players and you might gain some more better talent maybe. But, man, I wanted to ask you in your opinion, who do you think the captains are going to be, and when do they decide that? I'm assuming in the fall.
They do decide that in the fall, Kyle. Of course, with Coach Saban, he goes to the coaches on the team and sees, which guy is suited to be on that leadership council as a captain. Now, to me, I would look at J.C. Latham as one. I look at Malachi Moore as one. I would look at maybe Dallas Turner could be one. Could be Kool-Aid McKinstry would be a great option there as well. So I would look at Kool-Aid. I would look at those guys right now. Kool-Aid, Dallas, Malachi Moore, J.C. Latham. The guys like that are who I would look at right now.
For sure. I like J.C. Latham. For some reason, that one slipped me. But, yeah, I was thinking Malachi Moore because he's a senior. I don't know. I think Kool-Aid's a junior. And is Dallas, is he a senior?
This would be Dallas's junior year, too.
Okay, that's good. That's great. But he's probably going to get drafted at the end of this year. So, but, but yeah, man, I think those are all. You took it out of my mouth. I was thinking Malachi. I like Kool-Aid, man. I seen his speech. What was it? Yesterday or the day before? Man, that just hyped me up, man. Knowing that we do have guys like that in this locker room, and I think Kevin Steele's bringing it all back around for us.
He's doing a great job of that, having Kevin Steele back in the program. Appreciate Kyle from Wetumpka calling in, getting us started on a Friday. We take this call. You're live on the show. What's happening? How we feeling? State your name and where you calling from.
Stephen, is TGIF. I'm back in here. I got back in. I want a lot of people here watch the show where we had the T-Bucket car show here down in Foley and Saraland around down there this week. I want to thank all those people, but hey, give me some good words here. Give me some good words about this Trey Amos and Jaylen Key. I'm excited about these two young men. I'm pumped up. Give me some good words on these guys.
Now, Waylon, both of these two experience, and this is what Coach Saban wanted, experience depth, guys that have played the position in major college football. Trey Amos, experienced corner, Louisiana Lafayette, 6'1", 200 pounds, really good size. Had some great production there for the Raging Cajuns. And then for Jaylen Key, experienced safety out of UAB, has played in 44 career games. Last season was kind of his breakout year for the Blazers. 60 tackles, 4.5 of those for loss, 3 interceptions. A guy at 6'2", 210, built like a safety. He's got the body type. So Coach Saban trying to assemble a defense that can be that nasty, gut-punching type of defense. He's trying to put that together, and he's doing that by getting 2 guys with experience coming from out of the portal.
Yeah, it sounds good. I hate to see some of these other guys leave, but sound like we got some good guys in there. And the secondary is going to be back, back on top. You won't remember Phyllis from the Paul Feinbaum show there. I remember her calling in the 90s. She was a iconic figure there on the Paul Feinbaum show. I remember listening to her when a lot of y'all wasn't even born, but she was a great caller, and she'll be missed on the Feinbaum show. There ain't no doubt about that.
She will be. I mean, Phyllis was not only entertainment, but she loved her Alabama. She loved this program. She loved Coach Saban. She loved everything that was represented about this program. So most assuredly, we will miss Phyllis's strong voice coming through on Feinbaum, just arguing her point of how much she loved Alabama and how much she believed that Alabama was the pinnacle of college football.
Yep, she always told Paul, she said, you cow turd, she said, you just remember the Alabama dynasty is not over, it's just begun. She's, kiss my butt, she'd say roll tide, but it's Mother's Day weekend. Remember, your mother always called them, and your parents, no matter, how much success you have in life, you always want to get the approval of your parents. So if your mother and father's alive, always remember, call them and wish them a happy Mother's Day and Father's Day. Like I always say, the greatest show on earth, greatest show on YouTube. All y'all have a safe weekend. I'll be back next week, the good Lord's willing. I'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye, everyone.
Appreciate the President Waylon calling in here on a Friday. I absolutely echo his statement there. Give all mothers a call. All mothers, grandmothers, aunties, everybody that is a mother figure or in that mother role, this is their weekend. Show them their flowers, present them their flowers, show them how much that they are valued and appreciated, absolutely. We grab this call, you're live on the show. What's going on, how we feeling? State your name and where you calling from.
Hey, Steven, this is Mike from Kentucky, man. What's going on, brother?
Doing good, Mike, and yourself?
I'm just getting off work. Throw a little something on the grill. I'm just starting to start my weekend off the right way, you know what I mean?
Hey, man, ain't nothing like putting some on that grill, man. Ain't nothing like it, man.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man, I decided I ain't going to worry about quarterback. I mean, remember when Coker and Bennett and that phenomenal Fizz out of California, what was his name? Barker or Baker or something? Barnett, yeah. I mean, we won a national championship that year, and we had big questions at quarterback. So, it is what it is. I ain't going to worry about that no more. But I got something else that's pivotal for the Nick Saban era. we got 3 games this year at home, bro, that if the defense don't step up big and shut them down, we can lose all 3 of them games. We got 3 very hard home games this year. And I was hoping I wouldn't live to see the day when Bama lost 3 home games. But Tennessee, LSU, and Texas ain't no cakewalk. What do you think?
It's not a cakewalk, Mike. You are correct. Bama got to come to work. All 3 of those games, you bring Sarkisian comes in here. And Sarkisian's bringing his team. He's bringing his offense and his defense. And after losing by just 1 point to Saban last year in Texas, Sarkisian looking for something. So that game off the rip is going to be a tough football game. And then you got Tennessee coming into Bryant. You got Tennessee coming into Bryant-Denny. You know, after beating Alabama this past season, Josh Heupel got a huge contract extension. So you know he want more. So you got to be ready for that game against Tennessee. But, of course, the matchup against LSU after losing to LSU in Death Valley. And here comes the likes of Brian Kelly already talking. You got to make sure you simmer him down. So all 3 of those games are absolutely pivotal.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Bama fans can only take so much. I mean, what do you think about the chance of the winds of change start blowing if Bama drops 3 home games like Nick this year?
I mean, if that becomes something there, Mike, it's going to be a very frustrated fan base because they would have seen for the first time 3 years go by and Coach Saban not bringing in that national championship. So this is year number 3 of this series. And so Saban knows I cannot let this year go by without that college football playoff trophy coming to Tuscaloosa. He knows the severity of this.
I mean, I always want to win a natty, but if we can just make sure we get back to the playoffs this year, you know, that'll go a long way on making the Bama fan base feel a lot better. But, I mean, when's the last time Bama lost 3 home games in the season? I can't even remember.
Last time Bama lost 3 home games is, I know 2010 it lost 2. It's been a while since it lost 3 in a season. I think it was 07. I think it was 07 was the last time. Appreciate that, Eli. It was 07.
Yeah, I don't know about you, brother, but that's Armageddon in my book.
I'm telling you, it's unheard of to think of losing 3 home games in one season. And like you mentioned, Mike, the way the schedule's set up here, you got 3 tough ones. Like Texas is not going to be easy. LSU is not going to be easy. And Tennessee's not going to be easy. So you got to bring your lunch. You got to bring your lunch, but you got to go to war. You got to go to work. And this team knows that it's got to go to work.
Yeah, right on, man. Well, I think I'm past my 5 minutes, man. I'm going to let somebody else talk. Roll Tide, brother.
Appreciate Mike from Kentucky here calling into the show on a Friday. And that's what makes college football fun. When you know that you've got some games on the schedule that you got to have. It's just something about when Nick Saban knows there are games that we got to have, it's just a different look in Nick Saban's face. And I'm looking forward to him taking it by the horns, these games that Alabama has got to have in this upcoming season. But we grab this call. You're live on the show. What's happening? How we feeling? State your name and where you calling from.
Feeling good. How you doing, Steven? This is Juwan from Fayetteville.
How we doing, man?
Doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, man. We rolling into Mother's Day weekend. I know still in the off season, everybody itching for August to get here as fast as possible, but it's good to talk some Bama football. It's about the outstanding Bama nation. It can't beat that.
I was wanting to know, where is Jalen Milroe and these receivers training at down in Florida? And are there more quarterbacks down there, or is it just Milroe and some of the guys? Because I've seen the oh, go ahead, Steven.
I think it's just Milroe and some of the guys. They're in Tampa, Florida. They're at Yo Murphy's, the trainer. Yo Murphy's facility down there in Tampa, Florida. And so a little back history on Yo Murphy. He has trained some of the more elite NFL athletes, elite NFL players. So that's where they are. They're down there, Tampa, Florida, Yo Murphy's training facility. Now, I know Ty Simpson has been putting in work as well. I don't know specifically where Ty is training at, but he's out there training, and his hand looks good. his hand looks good coming off of the reported injury that he suffered there in the A-Day game, though he continued to play the spring game. So Ty looks good also.
Okay, I was just wondering if they were all together or if it was just a select group of guys, because me just looking at team chemistry, is that good to you for the team chemistry? We know that's good for performance and getting ready for the season, but having one group of guys over here training and another guy over here doing this, it's not very inclusive to me. And I think before going into the season, these guys need to build as much team chemistry going into the season, especially with everything that's been going on with Tyler Buckner and the quarterback situation. I just think everybody has to keep in mind that it's one team, one heartbeat, one pulse going into the season, because all you have is the guys that's going to be to your left and to your right whenever you go into battle with Texas and all these other guys. And I was just hoping that the team chemistry could stay strong. I seen something else I want to ask you about. Do you think that Justice Haynes is the clear-cut number one RB?
Justice Haynes, clear-cut number one RB. I don't think he's the clear-cut number one. I still think that would be Jace McClellan number one, but Justice Haynes will be number two. I think he'll have a lot of burn. He'll get a lot of touches. He'll be involved a whole lot. I think late in games, he'll get the ball a lot also just to wear opponents down. I think McClellan is one, but I think Justice Haynes is right there behind him at number two.
Were you going to say something about the first question?
So going back to the team chemistry, I think the team chemistry, Jawan, is definitely in line. I just feel like Jalen Milroe wants to be better. So that's the reason why he took Emmanuel Henderson, Malik Benson, Ja'Cory Brooks, Isaiah Bond, Kendrick Law, Kobe Prentice, Elijah Pritchett, and J.C. Latham. That's the reason why he took those guys down to Florida with him to work with him, because he does want to be an all-around, complete package player. He wants to be a full quarterback. He's heard all about the athlete that he is, but he wants to be a full quarterback. And part of his way of doing so is taking guys down to Florida with him so that he can work with these guys and build that camaraderie with those guys down there.
Okay. And this is my last question, Stephen, and I'll get off here. In your opinion, who you think is going to be the breakout player on defense? Just in my opinion, I think Caleb Downs is going to step up and solidify himself as one of the best defensive backs in the country. Especially, I didn't know this, that Dre Bly is actually his uncle, NFL veteran, and also the current DB coach at North Carolina. And also Josh Downs is his brother, wide receiver that just went to North Carolina. So he definitely has an NFL pedigree, and I'm just looking forward to seeing him and Earl Little, what they're going to do. Thank you, Stephen.
Appreciate the call. They're coming from Juwan out of Arkansas, 205-448-1358. The number to call in to let your voice be made known, 205-448-1358 here on a Friday, as you guys are continuing to get your thoughts and calls in. Cool call topic here, Eli. We're going to go to Bama in the NFL. One Jordan Battle, who has his rookie number for the Cincinnati Bengals, will wear number 27. And he's also signed his rookie contract. Jordan Battle has put pen to paper on his rookie deal for the Bengals. That deal good for 4 years, $5.32 million. I think his signing bonus, a little bit over $800,000 signing bonus. So Jordan Battle signing his rookie deal for Cincinnati, Who Day Nation, and got his rookie number for the Bengals as well. We go to a break right here, folks, on Touch That Down. When we get back, some more Bama in the NFL talk. The Week 1 schedule is out for the NFL. Several Bama on Bama crime we're about to have happen. What are some of the best matchups that we could see Week 1 in terms of Bama players in the NFL? We'll get into it after this.
Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $7.95 per month, or pay $74.95 for a full year subscription. That's a yearly saving of $20. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide.
This is Matt Caddell, former Alabama wide receiver, and you're listening to In My Own Words with Stephen M. Smith with Touchdown Alabama Magazine. And I got 2 words to say, baby. Roll Tide.
As we're back into the action here from the break on a Friday, TGIF edition of the show, hottest show on these streets, talking your Bama football news in my own words. Yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Got my man Egon Walker in the production studio. Continue hitting that like button, tapping that subscribe button. Daily Super Chat go $100 daily. Super Chat go $100 right there. We appreciate you guys. Had a question there in the YouTube chat line about when is Tony Mitchell's suspension going to be over. Not quite sure as of yet when that will be over. But when it does end and Mitchell is able to return to the team and do team activities, we will let you know on that front. But as of right now, Eli, topic number 2 of the conversation, the NFL has released its schedules. These teams have released their schedules. Week 1 of the NFL season is going to be highly interesting. If you haven't gotten your DirecTV or your Dish Network package or, NFL Sunday ticket, whatever you guys do in terms of watching pro football, get your package right now. There are going to be some good NFL games week 1 that will feature a lot of your Bama guys. Some good NFL games week 1. Eli, you and I were looking at these before the show started, and we were like, holy cow. It's going to be some great matchups. You may want to be glued to the TV, get your pizza, get your chicken wings, get your beer, or whatever you're trying to drink. It's going to be some good TV. Going to be some good Alabama football in terms of Bama players in the NFL. So we're going to go to this right here to start this off here. The schedules, the week 1 schedule here. We picked up some Bama games for you. Right out the gate, you're going to have Eagles-Patriots in New England, in Foxborough. I know the Patriots are honoring Tom Brady that game, but you're going to have Mac Jones versus Jalen Hurts. Out the gate money. Mac Jones, Jalen Hurts, week 1. Who does not want to watch that? You got Mac Jones, who's trying to have a bounce-back year in year 3. After year 2, he had 2 defensive guys calling offensive plays. I don't know what Belichick was thinking there. Versus Jalen Hurts, who took his team to the Super Bowl this past season and for a while was the highest-paid quarterback in the NFL until Lamar Jackson had something to say. But you got Eagles-Patriots out the gate. Then you got Dolphins-Chargers. You got Tua Tagovailoa versus Justin Herbert. Tua trying to prove he's not the bottom of the barrel in terms of AFC quarterbacks. Tua trying to show, hey, I can stay healthy and be on the field for longer in terms of time. Dolphins Chargers is going to be a good one. Then something that's going to be sneaky good here, Eli. You got 49ers Steelers. Cameron Latu at tight end versus hit 'em money Minkah Fitzpatrick and Najee Harris. That's going to be a fun matchup there. Steelers, 49ers. Keep your eyes on that one. Then you look at Texans, Ravens. When you talk John Mechie versus Marlon Humphrey. For the Texans, you got John Mechie, Will Anderson, Henry To'o, Christian Harris. For the Ravens, you got Marlon Humphrey over there. That's going to be fun to watch right there. Moving on down, you got Panthers, Falcons. You got Bryce Young against the entire Falcon defense, including one DeMarco Hellams, former Alabama defensive back. Will Bryce Young start week 1 of the NFL season? There's already been some good talk about Bryce out of rookie minicamp so far. So Bryce against them Falcons, that's going to be fun right there. Plus that game, I think that game's going to be in Atlanta, Eli. So if y'all got tickets to that game in Atlanta, go watch Bryce Young. Should be a fun one. Last but not least, you got Lions, Chiefs. You got Jahmyr Gibbs against that entire Chiefs defense. Flip side, you got Brian Branch. Can he get an interception off Patrick Mahomes? Hey, that could be fun right there. If Brian Branch can get him a pick, maybe even a pick 6 off one Patrick Mahomes. But that's just, week 1 of the NFL season, featuring a lot of Bama. But here's the big question. Which former Bama quarterback has the best week 1? Which former Bama quarterback can have NFL fantasy owners going absolutely crazy? Will it be Tua, Bryce, Jaylen, Mac? Which former Bama quarterback has the best week 1 of the NFL season? I will certainly be glued to my TV, checking all of this out. Take another break right here, folks. Don't touch that dab. When we come back, we go to you guys. We get your calls, your thoughts, your conversations. Line us up on a Friday. Be back after this.
Every sports fan deserves the proper representation. Whitwell Sports introduces to you the Title Towel. Wave that Title Towel in the air like you just don't care in support of Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Only $9.99 and it lasts a lifetime. Head on over to whitwellsports.com and get your Title Towel today. Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $7.95 per month, or pay $74.95 for a full year subscription. That's a yearly saving of $20. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide.
All right, people, we're back rocking and rolling into the action. From the break on the hottest show on these streets, talking your Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Got my man Eli Walker in the production studio overnight. Continue hitting that like button, tapping that subscribe button, making this your show, your spot, your place for Bama football. That daily Super Chat go, $100 daily. Super Chat go, $100 right there. We appreciate all that you do supporting this channel right here. But we go to the phone lines to grab your calls. The call segment brought to you by the Blue Wrench Gang, 205-448-1358. Number to call in, 205-448-1358. And one more time, 205-448-1358. We grab this call here. You're live on the show. What's happening? How we feeling? State your name and where you calling from.
Hey, what's up with you, man? This is Jay from Florence.
Jay, what's going on, brother?
Man, I love the energy, Steve. You put it on for us today, dog. We appreciate that, man.
Man, it's Friday. You got to come with it, man, on Friday, You got to do it for the moms, man. It's Mother's Day weekend, so you got to support the moms out there.
Okay, we appreciate that, Steve. But, yeah, man, we got to put the funk back on it since it's Friday. We got to put the funk on it this year, Steve.
We got to. I mean, Bama got to, man. Bama's got to. You got 3 tough home games. You got to deal with Texas at home, LSU at home, Tennessee at home. You got to come put the smack down when those 3 teams roll in. You got to put the smack down on everybody, absolutely. But when those 3 teams come in, it's just a special smack you got to put on.
Man, and it's like the college football world. I know we ain't supposed to listen to the outsiders, the outside noise and all, but man, just listening to them is crazy. People got us going 8-4, Steve.
I mean, it's wild, man. I mean, Jay, it is wild. It is absolutely wild if you look at what a lot of these national pundits are saying about this particular Alabama season. But my thing is, all of the talent, all of the dogs are on the roster. The dogs are on the roster. The coaches are right here. They're ready to go. Defense is stacked. Offensive line is stacked. Receivers just catch the football. Running back stacked. Bama's got the team right here.
Hopefully we got the coordinators to match. We got the old now, we got the new in. And hopefully these folks can bring the pain and understand we need to send a message every game. Like game one, it needs to be murderer's row out there. Like people need to understand this is the old Bama way. Things is back to what it used to be.
I mean, right out the gate, man, with Middle Tennessee State, I agree with you. Right out the gate with Middle Tennessee State, go ahead and put them to bed quick.
And then go and put it on Texas, man. Because, see, they coming into our house with too much confidence, if you ask me. Already, we 5 months away. I'm like, golly, Texas fans feel like they got a chance? Like, after last year, we get that was your best chance at beating us right there. We had the worst coordinator of all time. And you still lost. And you think you're gonna beat a pissed off Nick Saban? Oh no, Steve, but man, I just want the funk back. It's Friday. I want the boys to be out there flying around, doing damage like we used to. Roll Tide, y'all.
Appreciate my man Jay calling in. This is an Alabama team that we are all ready for this season. I mean, it's like I said, you have to make it through the offseason first. It's like you can't put the whole, you gotta have the cart. You have to have the cart before the horse. I mean, you have to have the off season before the regular season. I know that's painful to think about that, but at the same time, it's like we are turned up for this season coming up. I know I am. Eli, I know you are too. To get out there and to watch this version of Crimson Tide football dominate on the field. Cool call topic here. Will Anderson. We got a good look at him today. Texans rookie minicamp. D'Amico Ryans explaining to reporters how he will use Will in the upcoming season. Basically, he's going to use Will Anderson much like Alabama did during his tenure in Tuscaloosa. Having him sometimes hand in the dirt, rushing on the edge. Sometimes we'll have him stand up outside linebacker, rushing. That's kind of what D'Amico Ryans was explaining today for reporters about how he intends on using Will Anderson, who will wear number 51. He's got his rookie number 51. Henry To'o also has his rookie number for the Houston Texans. Henry T will wear number 39. So Will Anderson, 51, Henry T, 39. So there's your update right there. We're going to take a final break here, folks, in the show. When we get back, we wrap things up with Bryce Young. He had a really good first day of rookie minicamp. Like, Frank Reich said some big things about Bryce Young. Is this setting up for him to be the starting quarterback week one of Carolina's season? We wrap things up with that after this.
Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $7.95 per month, or pay $74.95 for a full year subscription. That's a yearly saving of $20. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll right now. Haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
All right, people, we appreciate you guys checking us out on Friday. TGIF edition of the show. Number one ticket. You talk about your Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith, TDA. My man Eli Walker in the production studio. Got some news today. Tyler Harrell, former Alabama receiver who only caught 2 passes during his tenure with the Crimson Tide, has transferred back home to Miami, South Florida. He has committed to the Miami Hurricanes. So, Tyler Harrell going back home to Miami, committed to the Hurricanes after, 2 catches at Alabama. But wish the best there for one Tyler Harrell. But wrapping this thing up, Bryce Young, today, first day of rookie minicamp for the Carolina Panthers. We all got the content we want to see. How would Bryce look out there? How would he throw out there? How would he command the huddle out there? Communicate with teammates out there? Most importantly, what would Frank Reich, head coach, think out there? Bryce's first day of rookie minicamp, and I'll tell you this, Frank Reich had a lot of good things to say. Bryce Young was the first one there on the field. First one there. Got out there, threw the ball extremely well. Very accurate, precise, extended plays, moved around the pocket. Did a lot of those things that made him special at the University of Alabama, his 2 years as a starting quarterback. Frank Reich talked about his process and ability, his chemistry already forming with a lot of these receivers. Bryce looked really good today. And I understand Carolina initially came out and said, hey, we're not trying to force Bryce into becoming the starting quarterback week 1. Which is why we brought in Andy Dalton, veteran guy. But let's be real. Bryce is going to pass up Andy Dalton. Let's be real. I think week 1, Bryce is going to start against Atlanta. You don't draft a guy number 1 overall, and he going to start against Atlanta. This dude is way too good. The way he just looked comfortable, confident, in rhythm, in flow. Bryce Young just looked like he belongs in Carolina. And I understand it's one practice, rookie minicamp. I get it. One practice. But just to hear Frank Reich already excited, to hear Frank Reich already talking about, hey, the way this young man processes things and communicates with teammates, players, receivers, offensive linemen. You're seeing him moving around in the pocket, extending plays, getting passes out on time. All this is good. All this is fantastic. Bryce could literally be the starting quarterback week 1, folks, against Atlanta. And like I said, if he is, that first game, you might want to find you a ticket down there in Hotlanta. Check out Bryce and versus that Falcons defense. But it was good seeing all the clips, all the content that came from the Panthers organization. Just seeing how in sync Young looked day 1. But as always, people, you want the best in news, notes, information, coverage on your favorite program, that being the Alabama Crimson Tide. You can get this by accessing the Touchdown Alabama magazine app. You download the app from your iPhone app store if you're rocking Team Apple, Google Play Store if you got the Android phone. For your audio needs, check us out, iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn Radio, Overcast.fm, or iHeartRadio. We got you covered right there. The good and gracious Lord sees fit. I'll try to be back on Monday, continuing the conversation that is Tide football. Remember, Bama fans, you can purchase individual copies of Touchdown Alabama magazine. Have those sent to your door. That link found in the description. You're trying to get your hands on the fresh edition, print edition of TDA, the magazine. Here's what you do. You go to touchdownalabama.com. You click join, become a member and or a subscriber today. That link in the description as well. Gotta shout out you guys, the outstanding fans of Bama football, all the donations, calls, chats, conversations. You guys making this your spot, even during the off season. Talk Bama football. Gotta shout out my man Eli Walker in the production studio, handling this thing behind the scenes there. Gotta shout out all the moms out there. First and foremost, my mom, Miss Ruby Smith. Enjoy that Mother's Day, Mom. Happy Mother's Day weekend to you. Also shouting out my wife, Mia, enjoying Mother's Day weekend Our daughter Mariah back at home there. And to all the moms enjoying Mother's Day, we thank you. Without you, there's no us. All that you do is appreciated, loved. Thanks to all the moms out there. We appreciate all of you. Till next time, folks, husbands, love your wives. Wives appreciate, value those husbands. Children, you guys continue doing the right thing, fun thing, smart thing, good thing, legitimate thing to not be bored there. You get yourself those 3 hearty meals a day, those 3 great laughs a day. You protect yourself. You protect the loved ones around you. Till next time, folks, I'm your man, Stephen M. Smith, and you've been listening in my own words.